Hello people of the American concern and well-being. We are anonymous, we are one. I am here to bring to you today a message about the shady future of the American Republic. The 2012 election has just recently gotten over electing Barack Obama as our new president. If that's who he claims to be. First of all, who is this man? What kind of president does not respect his nation's flag and traditions? What kind of president has special privilege to not be born in America? Who promises change, and then changes America by getting us billions of dollars in debt? Who passes a Bill of Rights to throw American citizens willing to stand up for what they believe in and get thrown in jail or prosecuted? Who promises our troops to be home within the next 2 years, and then plans to send more in?
First, I'll stop spending $9 billion a month in Iraq.
If you look at Obama's voting record, I mean, he has voted to, not to end the war. He has voted to finance the war.
I'm the only major candidate who opposed this war from the beginning.
He wants to send more troops into Afghanistan. He wants to broaden the military. So I think it's a fraud what he's talking about.
And as president, I will end it.
In an interview last week on PBS, the defense chief, Robert Gates, was asked how many American troops he thought might still be in Iraq 3+ years from now. He thought there would be a residual force of U.S. troops in Iraq that numbered in the several tens of thousands. Several tens of thousands of U.S. troops indefinitely staying in Iraq, even beyond the country-to-country agreement we just signed with Iraq that says we'll leave. Boy, if you are one of the 70% of Americans who wants U.S. troops out of Iraq on that 16-month timetable that Obama promised, I bet you are glad about this election we just had, huh? Getting rid of that old administration that sees several tens of thousands of American troops indefinitely in Iraq for years. Wow, good thing we are saying goodbye to George W. Bush's Defense Secretary, Bob Gates. And now we're saying hello to Barack Obama's Defense Secretary, Bob Gates.
We've got 130,000 Americans fighting halfway across the world in a war that should have never been waged, led by leaders who have no plan to end it. We don't have time to be cynical.
The U.S. may try to get around the just signed requirement that U.S. combat troops be out of Iraqi cities by June of next year by massaging the meaning of the word combat. You ready? Quote, military planners are now quietly acknowledging that many troops will stay behind as renamed trainers and advisors in what are effectively combat roles. In other words, they will still be engaged in combat, just called something else.
We don't have time to be cynical. We don't have time.
So, Iraq withdrawal? Not really a withdrawal. And as for Afghanistan, well, there's not even a semantic pretense of withdrawal plans there. A massive U.S. troop buildup is in the works, according to the Associated Press today. Quote, all told, the U.S. could nearly double its troop levels there to as many as 60,000, sending up to 4 combat brigades and thousands of support forces within the next year.
I don't switch positions or make promises that can't be kept.
Who, I ask you? That person is who you all elected the president of our nation. With all of these conspiracies and such floating around everywhere, you would have to think answers should also come along with it. Yet he denies to answer anything when instead making a joke or changing the subject. If you look at all of the evidence behind 9/11 showing it's fake, you have to begin to wonder. What is our country turning into? Lies and cover UPS. I might not know whether some of these conspiracies are true. But what I can tell you today is that the lies are piling up and not going to stop now.
I mean, if Iran ever tried to pose a serious threat to us, they wouldn't stand a chance.
Iran is a grave threat. It has an illicit nuclear program. It supports terrorism across the regions and militias in Iraq.
We have just hatched another 4 years of distrust. There is not something right about our president. He doesn't give the first damn about this nation. We want jobs, not bet. I can assure you that whatever he does, for better or for worse, he will leave a trail of lies and a nation with nothing but crushed hope.
Change means nothing. It's just a word, and it's a cliche. And just to repeat it has no meaning. What are you going to change? And I would argue, you offer no change.
There is not much we can do as Anonymous to stop this man now, but what we can do, not just us, but the whole U.S. public, is confront the president of his lies. If he is asked enough, there is no way he is going to keep lying, or making jokes, and changing the subject just to cover up who he really is. I will never stop until I see proof of his change for better. We must all as one keep at fighting until he shows a birth certificate, or something good to show for what he is worth, because right now he is worth completely nothing in this country but another untrustworthy immigrant that piles on our debt. The only difference is, he is the ruler of this country. So please people, we need to know who is leading this country, and where he is taking it. This is not a threat to any authorities of the U.S. It is just a plead for what is rightfully ours. Truth. Because if the promises are to us, we at least need to know the truth behind these so-called promises. Again, we are anonymous, we are all one. We can unite for what we believe in. If we don't act now, there is no telling where this country is going.